All right, what's going on, everybody? We're back at the Model T today, and been a few days since we cleaned the inside up and all, and we're gonna start trying to get this old girl running. First thing we're gonna do, cause well, I mean it's the simplest. First thing we're gonna do is we're gonna change the oil. The oil underneath's pretty. Whenever you check it, it's pretty nasty, pretty dirty. But you run good old non-detergent 30 weight oil. It's what everybody recommends everywhere that I've talked to people and all. Holds 4 quarts. I know it's cheap oil, trust me, I know. But the thing of it is it's not gonna stay in there very long. We're gonna crank it up, we're gonna run it for a little while, let the motor go through, several hot cold cycles and all that. When we dump that in there, we're also going to be putting some good old Lucas. Why? I don't know. I put Lucas in everything. I just do. Literally, all my vehicles, I put Lucas in all of them. Figured it can't hurt this thing. But I'm going to do the oil first because, well, I mean, it's the easiest thing that I got to do. So after that, then we'll tackle the fuel system. And I think with the oil change, fuel system out of the way, we'll those are two biggest things that we got to worry about. I'm gonna take the plugs, clean them. I got a new set, but I'm gonna try to run these for a little while because, well, for the first crank up and all, because I put oil in the cylinders and everything. I don't want to foul up my new plugs. So we're going to do that. We're going to put these in there and clean them and all that good stuff and see what it does. But I do believe with the oil change and fuel system cleaned, I think the old girl's going to run. But we'll see. Once she's running, moving around under her own power and everything, we'll back her out and clean her up and get her all as shiny as she can be. Well, it ain't gonna be too shiny. But we're gonna dive right into this and go ahead and change the oil. It's pretty straightforward other than one thing. There's an inspection cover on top of the transmission apparently that the guy told me we need to take off the inspection cover and add at least 1 quart of oil down through there so it can seat the bands in the transmission. I had to think there for a minute. But we'll deal with all that whenever it gets here. We're gonna drain the oil first, and then we'll try to figure out how to get that cover off to change. Sorry, it's early, and as you can see, I'm home alone, and it's cold. You can see the heater. I had to turn it off because I knew you couldn't hear me over it. But we're gonna go ahead and drop this oil and figure out how to take that cover off and go ahead and dump a quart down through it and get those bands back saturated with oil so we don't destroy a band, hopefully, because I don't know how to change that. I don't have the tool to change that. But it happens. We'll figure it out whenever it gets here. All right, y'all. I think you can see. All right. This is your drain plug right here under the car. Right here on the bottom side of the transmission. Don't know what size that is. It's pretty big. So you got the old every size wrench here. Let's see if we can break her loose. It shouldn't be too hard, too tight. Let's see. You can get it actually on the little drain plug. Is pretty skinny there. Boy, we might have to actually go get a wrench. This old thing ain't wanting to go on there. There it goes. I knew we could do it. Sorry if y'all see my bald head reflecting on this, but it's part of it. Alright. You see all those fancy tricks where they try not to get oil on their hands and stuff? Oh, God, it's got a tight spot in it. Let me tell you something, a little bit of oil ain't gonna hurt you. Ugh, see how black that oil is? Ugh. Wow. Well, one good thing is I don't see any metal flakes. Anything, I don't see any glitter in it. That's a plus. That's a big plus. Oh, in case y'all are wondering, how do you check the oil in a Model T? It's pretty interesting. So as you can see, there's two petcocks here. Right there and right there. To check the oil in it, you open this one. If this one opens up and oil comes out, you got a full capacity of oil. If you open this one and nothing comes out, but you open this one and oil comes out, you're in the safe range, they say. But if you open both of them and no oil comes out, don't crank it up. You ain't got no oil. So that's how you check the oil in a Model T. Apparently there's a stick or something that they make that you can reach under here and grab it and stuff to check the oil and stuff a little easier, but we'll see. I ain't planning on driving this thing too terribly far, too terribly much. I have to worry about crawling under here and checking it all the time. I don't see any leaks or anything. That little seal right there will probably stop whenever we get it hot a few times. This thing's just nasty. It wasn't too terrible. I've seen worse. Wasn't real sludgy. That's promising. Now we just got to go up top and take the floorboards out. And pour at least 1 quart down in the oil pan here to help resaturate the bands in the transmission. So that's gonna be pretty simple. I mean, it's just wood. But we're gonna let this drip for a little bit while we go up top and try to get these floorboards took out. All right, y'all, we made it up here to the inside of the car. We'll pull these back, this whole rug back, the carpet, gotta get it back. Let's see what we got over here. All right, got one board out. Put him over here. Uh-oh. This is a big board. Let's see. Let's get. Come on. This has got to go up some. Move my light. Now I'm going to come back. Set you up here. All right, let's see what we're working with. So I am assuming, let me come to that side because there's handbrakes in the way. I'm assuming it's this little inspection cover right here that they're talking about. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We got 6 flathead screws to take that off. We get to see what's underneath it. I think this one needs to come out too. Well, they made these things like a deadgum Jenga set. Touch one thing and everything falls and you can't get nothing else loose. Let's see. Well, maybe if it's sit like that, we'll be all right. So we need a flathead screwdriver. Don't have one up here. So we are going to bust out the old trusty Leatherman here. You see how tight these are. They are not very tight at all. We're going to go ahead and, not very tight and not very long. That's good. Go ahead and get this off. Get a peek inside here. What this stuff is. Seriously. Stand by. Gotta go underneath it, get it. All right, back at it. Got a rag here, we can wipe some of this off. Don't get nothing down in it. I'll tell you a little fun fact that I was told, how true it is. I'm not 100%, but it makes a lot of sense. Y'all know why back in the day, like old cars like this and stuff, why they never really fixed small oil leaks and stuff with them? It helped with corrosion. You got a little oil leak going on. You got a little oil slinging up on stuff. It's a protective layer over your metal and doesn't let it rust and stuff. I thought that was kind of cool. How true it is, I don't know. I heard some old people talking about it. I say old. Rick and Tommy's, they're not that old. Even though I think Tommy rode a dinosaur to school and Rick may or may not have rode the school bus with Jesus. Other than that, oh, what is that? You got a butt connector for something there. Thought I had a chewed wire or something for going on. Oh, look at her. Look at her. Come right off. Okay. I see what they were talking about now. Okay. So, let me put y'all out from up here. Y'all see all that cloth and stuff here? So those are the bands that they're talking about. I have no idea what they're supposed to look like. I have no idea if that's good or bad. I don't know. I don't know. They don't feel like, it's just got a little fraying on the ends. We're gonna call it good because I don't have anything to replace them with. Yeah, we're just gonna have to call it good on that because I don't have anything to to replace it with right now. So I'm gonna go back under the car and put the drain plug back in it, and we'll dump a quart down right here and try to reseat these bands like he told me to. And we're gonna fill her up with oil, and then we're gonna move on to the fuel system. Pretty interesting. Pretty interesting. Learning something all the time about this old girl. All right, we got the drain plug back in. Got our 30 weight oil here. Yes, I know it's Walmart brand. But like I said, we're not gonna be running it for very long. We're just gonna get her running, get her hot several times, and we're gonna change the oil again. So, but the guy told me to take at least 1 quart and pour it over these bands, and it'll saturate the bands again, make everything happy apparently. I don't know. But he specified run 30 weight non-detergent, because this thing does not have a oil filter on it. There's a screen that you can put on it to help to filter the oil a little bit. We're just gonna set him right there, let him drain a minute. You know what, we're gonna pour 2 quarts on it because I'm feeling generous. Actually, yeah. I'm gonna pour 2 in there, then we'll pour the Lucas and everything down the hole up there, and keep those main bearings and stuff good and lubricated. But even Mobil 1 and stuff doesn't have these little paper stuff on it. Why did they do that? All right, quart number 2. Going on the bands. So we're just going to take him and see if he'll sit in here. There you go. Sit right there. Stay. Sit right there and do its thing. And then we're going to come up here. And this, that's your oil cap. Right there. First thing we're going to do is we're going to dump this Lucas in here. Like I said, I have no idea if this stuff works really good or not, but I run it in everything I own. I've always run it in all my vehicles. So this one's gonna be no exception. Sorry, I'm trying to straighten you up a little bit here. This stuff here is like honey. And it takes forever, especially when it's been out in a cold shop, like this stuff has. So, fun fact, the guy that actually developed this stuff, his name's Forrest Lucas. And he is my dad's, like, 4th cousin or something. I don't know. Several years ago, we had some random lady that's kin to us show up here and started talking to my daddy about family history and genealogy stuff. and she told us, had this whole breakdown of everything and everybody about how far back she went, and she went way back. And I kind of wish Daddy would have kept up with some of that stuff or got copies of it from her or something. But this was back before we had internet here. Good internet. Well, we never had good internet. We still don't have good internet. That's why it takes so long for me to upload videos. So, but that was kind of interesting. The owner of a multi-million-dollar company was kin to us. So, well, that was pretty cool. We'll just leave him sitting right there. Man, we'll let him drain in there and we'll see how long this takes. Just kind of let it run in there slow. Because this is the longest part. And it takes forever. But anyway, after we get the oil in, we get the oil put in, get it checked, get everything happy with it. Then we're going to come back up here. We're going to take the petcock off, drain the fuel tank, get all that nasty crap out. I don't know how I'm going to do that yet. That's going to be interesting because there's 10 gallons of apple cider vinegar in there. And I really don't want to run everything through this fuel line because, I might be able to just take this sediment bowl off right here. That's what we're going to do. We're going to take this sediment bowl off here, disconnect the fuel line, take the sediment bowl off, and we'll drain everything through it. That way, if chunks of stuff comes out, we can, keep it out of there and everything. So we'll come back to you whenever we get to that part after the oil's filled, and I got to put my inspection cover back on in here. So after we do that, I'll get back with you and we'll do the fuel tank. All right, so now we're going to try to come over here and see about draining this fuel tank. No idea if this is going to work. I was originally just going to pull the whole petcock out. Then I said, well, what if it goes to overflow my bucket or something, then I can't make it stop. So I believe we take the fuel line loose here, take the fuel line loose here. This bucket will fit underneath it. Maybe. And actually, anyway, I don't want crap coming down the fuel line. What's going to break loose in here. So we're just going to go ahead and take it loose. And I know there's a lot of people, oh, he's using a crescent wrench for everything. Yep, I am. You know why? Because it's warm in here and it's cold outside, and I don't feel like walking back to the shop. But if it gets to the point where I feel like I'm going to strip something or break it, I'll go get the proper size wrench. But none of this stuff should be extremely tight because it's not like it's a pressure fit or anything. Guess what? Spoke too soon. Wait a minute. Yeah. Spoke too soon. I gotta go get a wrench. Unless, let's see. That's way too big. That's way too big. Let's try one of these old Ford adjustable wrenches here. See if it'll work. That's what they had back in the day when this car was made, and they used them. Why can't I use them? Hey, look at there. The old adjustable broke her loose. No matter, I gotta take this fuel line loose anyways. I need to check it, make sure there ain't a bunch of crap in it. Let's see. Is that pan underneath gonna catch anything that comes out of here? Let's see. Nope, it missed. But My line's clear. Ugh, that tastes like crap. Ugh. Don't do that. You can do it like that and just dump it and pour it and dump it and pour it. That's what we're going to do. So, you'll get to watch me do this several times, I'm sure. So technically, if I take this piece here out, the valve should still work. Hopefully. Like I said, I really don't know. We're dripping stuff already. Hopefully that's just everything that's in the bowl there. Well, let's see if we're gonna make a mess. Stop it. Let's see if that'll do anything. Let's get that little bit out. Well, looks like my theory is going to be right. All the stuff that was in there is stopped coming out. Come here. There we go. Okay. Whew. Thought we were fixing to be SOL. Wow. There's really not a lot of stuff in there. That's good. It's a great sign. A little bit of rust. We can deal with that though. So, all right, now you get to watch me open and close this 50 million times until we get all this apple cider vinegar out. So we're gonna set you up here. I'm gonna come up here. Okay. Go ahead and take the cap loose so it can vent. We'll do this 50 times or however long it takes to get everything looking right. So now we have got the fuel tank as clean as it's gonna be. It's still not perfect. But you know what? We're gonna run it. Now it looks bad, but we're gonna run it and see what it does. Worst comes to worst, you know, I have to put a tank in it or something. I got some other stuff over there, but I think that's a liner that's in it. Maybe. I don't know. I don't know what it is. It doesn't look real great though, I can tell you that. But hey, we're gonna gamble and we're gonna try it. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this bowl off the carburetor here, see if we can get it cleaned up, what it's gonna look like on the inside. We had to add some fuel, clean the plugs, and put the battery in it. Maybe try to start this thing. So let's get under here and try to figure out how to get this bowl off. I don't think it's gonna be too bad. We're gonna see. There you go. Y'all stay right there. Pretty sure all we got to do is loosen up the set screw thing on the bottom, and then the bowl comes off with the drain. Maybe. I don't know. I know it looks simple. Yeah, you're in the way. Hey, get out of my way. But we're gonna see what it does here. Jeez, that's tight. Let's see. Now this first little bit of crap you see coming out here, it's gonna be all that vinegar we put in it. It stinks too. Whew. We're gonna let that drain a minute. Looks like we take that one nut loose right there. And that comes loose. Maybe. I really don't know. Hope you guys can see right there. So we're gonna let that drain for a little bit, and we're gonna see about taking that off. Because I really don't want to take it off and get apple cider vinegar everywhere, because it stinks. Oh, makes me have to pee listening to that. Oh no, he's got the crescent wrench again. Yes, I do. Because you know what? It's still cold, and I still don't want to go out there. So I know y'all see me trying to, looks like I'm tightening it first, and then breaking it loose, and then going the right way. Yes, and the reason I do that is I would rather see if it's going to move by tightening it, and that way if it strips or breaks or something, I can leave it there and I don't have to take it off. Versus if I loosen it and I get it just a shade, oh God, apple cider vinegar went in my eye. Oh, it's not pleasant. Versus if I loosen, I don't know. We might be in the, might be up. Oh Lord. Oh Lord. Oh no. This is not good. It's very, very, very rusty. Not what we wanted to see, but this is what happens when a vehicle sits. I don't know. You know what? That might not be too bad. That looks like it's coming off. Might not be into something. Might be okay here. All right. Stand by. Let me see what this develops into. Try not to take it off. Trying to leave